Okay, guys. Uh, we went through my spring and summer Tiger Stripe L.V.I. slash belt kit, and as you see, it's pretty standard stuff. It's nothing unusual about it. Um, I did have one thumbs down, which I thought was kind of odd on the video. I think it might have been, oh, I don't know. Oh, I don't remember which number. But it's the video where I talked about the combat knife and I think maybe another canteen pouch. I thought that was kind of odd. I don't really understand that. I mean, what's the thumbs down? It's a knife, and you know, if you're watching these videos, and you're sensitive about knives and other things of that sort, then you know, go watch some channel where there's moss growing on a rock. You know, this is not a pacifist channel. Okay, so enough on that. So we did the camouflage blouse, cami top, right? And if you're wearing Carhartts or Dickies, then you're probably going to want a drop leg configuration with a pouch so that you can carry stuff down there. But you don't want to go crazy with that because you don't want stuff like jostling all around if you have to like boogie somewhere, right? So just kind of keep that to a minimum. And so we did the clothing. Of course, if you're a Minuteman, your clothing can go between camouflage clothing and civilian clothing back and forth, depending on the situation that you're in. You need to keep that in mind. You know, and then of course, earth tone colors, coyote browns and olive drabs and grays. Those types of colors will aid you as a Minuteman and when you have to intermingle amongst the regular folks. So then we went from the clothing to the web gear, the belt kit, L.V.I., whatever you like to call it. Alright, that's just basic general loadout, give you some ideas. And then we need to move on and talk about your rucksack and your patrol pack. Now what I've got here is I've got a large A.L.I.C.E, okay? This particular large A.L.I.C.E. I'm changing the pockets out on the bottom. I had it with these green pouches, okay? So this, I've got it right now is in the middle of change out. So I got one green one still here on the side. And then changing it out just to show you, you know, just to show you colors. Here's a apple dyed multi-scam, so it becomes more of a jungle green. So basically this was a multi-scam and I dyed it with Rit dye apple, and that's what that is. That's what I've been running on the patrol pack, which is a medium A.L.I.C.E. with no frame. So as you can see, this large A.L.I.C.E., I've got the frame on it. Of course you have to have it on the large A.L.I.C.E., but you know, you really do need it anyway because you've got to be able to carry that large load. Now this particular large A.L.I.C.E., I added a couple of just like these side pouches. They're the same exact size. I put a couple of those pouches on top. Alright, they're not populated yet. These are also apple dyed, multi-scam on top. Right. And I had changed this one over to side release buckles a few years ago. But I leave the original steel ladder lock buckles on there. I've talked about this before. If something happens with your side release, you could always just cut this extra bit of webbing off that I added, and then go straight back to the steel ladder locks, okay, if you want to. And that's your redundancy there. So, in these pockets here, I'm gonna go ahead and make up some more of the Ovaltine containers. I want to put an Ovaltine container in each one of these, possibly the center one also. So I'm just going to make up a few more of those. I collect Ovaltine containers over the years. You could just use it for anything. I got seeds in them, right? I collect seeds, put seeds in them. So anyway, this is the large A.L.I.C.E, right? I got this one in really good condition. It is a U.S. issue one. I've got a couple extra pouches here. But what I'm going to do is I got some webbing coming in, and I'm going to put that webbing, I'm going to make this wide piece of webbing 3 inches wide. I'm going to put some 1-inch PALs on it, PALs Molly compatible on there. I'm going to sew it up. And then I'm going to take all these pouches off, and then I'm going to sew it actually to the pack all the way around, like you would have on this over here, but with the PALs, okay? And may leave a few openings on it to pass through things. Yeah, but that's going to be a project. But I want to get that on there. So I want that capability, you know, to just be able to hook stuff there. These are just on these straps right here. Okay. But what I got to do is I got to go ahead and take a little piece of paracord, and this strap that this goes through. There's a piece of webbing there. I'll attach the bottom of this pouch to that, and then that way it won't ever go up and down. It'll just stay right there. Right. So that's the idea there. So this is my patrol pack that you've seen. Right now I put the Ovaltine containers in these two pockets here because there's no drawstring on these like on the large Ruck. Okay, so I put the Ovaltine, definitely one of the Ovaltine containers in there, so I could put smaller items. You know, like I had mentioned, you could put tea and coffee bags in there. Of course, have those in their own little Ziploc. You know, stash those in there. Right here, I got a BCB Mark II with a Trangia. Right, so I'll be putting extra alcohol in here, and probably a terry cloth, hand towel, or wash rag. Put a wash rag in there, right? So in this pouch here on the back of my patrol pack, I've got extra medical kit right here. So there's chest seals and shears and other stuff in there. Sutures, all that sort of stuff. Plus there's stuff to take care of my feet and all that. Anyway, so I got these London Bridge tiger stripe pouches for both of the packs. Okay, so I got them for the sides on both of these packs. And then down here, just like on that one, apple dyed, Rit dye apple dyed multi-scam, right? So this stuff does really good in the spring summer foliage. This also on top was dyed as well. These are light machine gun pouches. My angle head here with the red lens. Converted that to LED. So 3-watt LED. Should be good. A lot of people don't like these. Sometimes the switch is a little bit wonky, but you just got to work with it a bit. Okay, it's not perfect, but it is completely waterproof. Never had one flood on me, and I've had both the French and the American model, and then this one is an American model, and but people complain about how dim they are, but what you have to understand is that you're tactically trying to just have enough light to read a map underneath your poncho or your poncho liner or both. You know, if you just looking to have just enough red light to read your map, then you know this is what you're looking for. You don't need anything that's going to light up the side of a mountain when you're trying to not be seen and zeroed in on, right? You don't want to be zeroed in on. Okay. So anyway, I still like these, and I still carry one, and it is tethered over here to this top strap. It's just tethered over there. So I've got it tied up here around the top of the neck, right, cinched up tight. So yeah, so that's it. But anyway, the thing is about this patrol pack, okay, this medium A.L.I.C.E, I went ahead and I also added this waist strap. Okay, so I got a couple of rubber bands there tidying it up, holding up the loose ends, right? But I can go through this on a separate video if you want, talking about this, if you're interested in something like that. You don't necessarily need this, but it's handy to have for certain situations. And if you needed to like add on a couple more pouches real quick, you know, because you need to haul something else or haul extra, you know, power bar fuel, right? Okay, you can throw those pouches on here, just undo this, throw the pouches on there, and then they'll just be sitting above your regular, you know, belt kit there. That's just an option. I mean, you like to have options, right? Options. Don't necessarily have to use it, but you have the option if you need it. Anyway, so this video is just to kind of show you a little bit of what I've got here, you know, rucksack wise and patrol pack wise. This is what I've got going on for my spring summer. Okay, and you do not have to do exactly what I've got. I mean, these are just to give you some ideas, right? But the thing is that I want to kind of show you how versatile these still are. These are not new. I mean, this is probably, I don't know, it's old. This one's fairly new, but not new. But anyway, just to show you that the medium and large A.L.I.C.E pack is still viable for you, especially as a Minuteman. You could, you know, pump them up a bit, right? So, we're either going to go, in the next videos, we're either going to talk about the Ruck or we're going to talk about the patrol. Haven't decided yet, but we'll talk about that and what goes in them coming up next. I'll see you.